Howdy folks, today we're going to be learning how to assemble our alto saxophone. So, the first step, you want to set your case flat on the floor, make sure it's facing upright. Let's open the clasps, take a look at what we got here. Looks a lot simpler than a clarinet, doesn't it? So we have our large body piece right here, we have our mouthpiece over here, we have our neck, we have this compartment which has a couple of different important things in it, like our neck strap, and our reed. So I'm going to start out with the neck strap. Let's put the neck strap on. And it's important, mine is already adjusted the way it needs to be, but you want to make sure that you tighten your neck strap so that you bring the saxophone to you. This is one of the most important things when you're talking about posture when using the saxophone. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull out our body. This larger hole where the sound comes out of is called our bell. There's this other hole at the top that the neck is going to go into. Let's take out our neck. Take a look at that. If you notice on this end, it has a cork. That's what our mouthpiece is going to go on. So, now that we have this ready, we're going to take our neck strap and hook it in to this little hole right here. That way it's nice and secure. We'll just lay it over top of our right leg. Now that we have that all set up and ready to go, let's take some time to assemble our mouthpiece. So when we take our mouthpiece out, we see it has this little protective cap on it. Kind of makes it look like Darth Vader. Then we have our actual mouthpiece and this little brass piece called the ligature. So we're going to set our cap down. We're actually going to take our ligature off for a second too and just take a look at our mouthpiece. You notice it has this really flat side to it. That's the side that we want to be coming into our mouth like this, on the bottom of our mouth, and that's the side the reed is going to go into, like so. Let's take our reed out. So you want to make sure that you have a couple different reeds that you're using and that you rotate out the reed so you always have one that sounds good at any given moment. This one looks pretty good. If you notice, it also has a flat side and a curved side, and the flat side is what's going to go against our mouthpiece. For now, we're going to take the tip of our reed, we're going to put it in our mouth and try and get it wet. And you should probably keep yours there, but I'm going to take mine out while I'm setting the rest of this up. So, we're going to take our mouthpiece into the cork end of our neck. We're going to shimmy it, just a gentle back and forth motion, onto the cork. Not all the way up, but about there should be good. We want to make sure that the bottom of it, the flat end, is pointing straight down. It's going to come into our mouth like this. Then we want to take our reed, we want to put the flat end of our reed against our mouthpiece as so. And we want to line it up so that there's just a tiny sliver of black at the top that you can see over the reed. Alright, that looks pretty good. We're going to hold that in place nice and tight, make sure everything's lined up. We're going to take our ligature, we're going to pop it on. You might have to readjust things after you put your ligature on. You want to slide your ligature down. You want to make sure it's all the way down past here. You might need to loosen these screws in order to get it down. Then, after everything is all lined up and your ligature is in place, you want to tighten your ligature by using these screws. And now, our mouthpiece and neck are all fully set up. We're going to take our mouthpiece, we're just going to shimmy it back and forth into the hole in the top of the saxophone. There's also a screw right here that we can loosen if it's a little bit too tight. So now, our saxophone is all set up and we're ready to go. We can play.